we're going to enter into the embodiment portion of this practice today, starting with something that I call the breath portal. I don't know how many of you have done it with me before, but we're going to do, I'll walk you through the whole process, and then I'll lead you through the whole process so you don't have to remember all the parts, and we'll do our best. And there's no way to get it wrong, but we're going to start with that breath portal and really open with an invocation here and just really clarify our intention, call in all the support that we are that's available to us for the sacred intention. And then we're going to get into our bodies and just move, get into our voices and our physicality, and really, really drop in. And this is a huge value of Gordon and myself, and a really essential dimension of the Rising Kings movement is that we're committed to awakening in our bodies, to coming home to these bodies which we have been trained to use like a machine or a tool, and we have been in many ways, we're still in a delicate incarnation process of learning how to exist in these vehicles and how to utilize all of the mysteries that are woven into the fabric of our bodies. And we've been very deeply entrained to relate to our bodies in a very limited and numb way. So we're going to open up our bodies and our sensitivity and bring some energy and mana into our bodies so that we can bring more resource to the conversation around how to live in our sovereign center, how to live in our truth. So we're going to open with the breath portal, which is something that has been emerging through my own personal practice, through a lot of different streams of wisdom, through the Qigong I've been doing for a long time, and the breath work, some holotropic breath work, some of the Wim Hof stuff, some work, some things that I received from my teacher, cohere. And the breath portal starts out with slow, deep breaths, and it's a coherence practice. So we're all going to be doing our best to stay together on the inhale and the exhale as we generate this group field of oxygenation. And it'll start slow and deep and full, utilizing our whole bodies. So we're going to inhale up and then exhale down and curl forward and inhale up. Exhale out through down. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. So just get this wave going. And I'm going to show you from the side here. It's a slow, exaggerated kundalini wave of the spine. So we're going to get that breath going together.
Standing matter for sitting or standing?
Yeah, I would recommend sitting. The advanced practice is standing up, but it's very likely that at some point, if you're lucky, that you will not, your knees won't be working for you at some point in this practice. And yeah, we'll do this one sitting. We're going to get up in a minute, but so we're going to start slow and deep, and we're going to slowly increase the pace of the breath. And as we do that, we're going to do our best to keep this wave. It'll shorten. The wave will get a little shorter and quicker, but the invitation is to stay relaxed, to stay soft through the process of the breath, and keep that wave going once we really hit that pitch. After we do 88 breaths together, and I'm going to keep count for us. After we do 88 breaths together, I'm going to count us down and slow us down for the last few breaths. And then we're going to take that last breath and hold. Let's all hold the breath just for a few seconds. Take a deep breath in and hold. And exhale with a sound. You're going to breathe all your air out and hold the air out. Breathe it out and hold it out. So don't take that inhale. Hold it out. This is a really crucial practice for rebalancing the oxygenation of the system. We actually want to be stewing in our own CO2. And so we're going to stay down at the bottom of this breath for a good 30 seconds, 45 seconds. and just see how we can relax, lengthen our spine, soften the shoulders, soften the belly, and just be in stillness, in the empty, in the full yin of the breath. And then together, we're going to take a deep inhale and we're going to squeeze the mula bandha. You know about your PC muscle, your mula bandha. You're going to squeeze the mula bandha and breathe in and squeeze the belly, squeeze the abdominals, and draw the energy up through your spine. And imagine it sort of like fountaining out the top of your head. And you're going to hold your PC muscle and your gut as though you're squeezing your body like a ripe fruit, and you're just squeezing all the energy and juices of your body up through your spine. This compresses the crystals in your pineal gland, which produces a little extra DMT in your system. And so we're going to take that deep breath in and take another sip. And I want you to watch me as I do this motion. And then we'll do it together for one practice. At the top, we're going to take our fingers and cover our eyes. Just watch me and press them back toward the back of our head. Just press in about 1/4 inch so you feel the pressure. And we're going to hold that squeeze. And we're going to hold the breath in with that deep squeeze for about 15 seconds together. And then we're going to do something called piercing the veil. We're going to bring our fingertips together and we're going to point them in front of us and poke a little hole in samsara and part the curtains and open a space, a clear and open space for this circle to operate within. And from there, we'll take a moment of silence and rest. And then I will be opening with an invocation. And I'm doing a lot of explaining, but I think it's important here for this first time. We're going to be opening an invocation, which is calling upon the Mother Earth, or the Aina, as she's called here, calling upon Io, or the Heavenly Father, the celestial divine masculine presence. We're going to be calling upon our Almakua, which is all of our guides, all of our support, all of the animal spirits, dragons, angels, ascended masters, all the beings who are in service of love and in service of the truth of what we're here to do. We're going to invite them to come in and support this process. And then we're going to also acknowledge our kupuna, our ancestors, and the line of the kupuna that we are a part of, both the backwards line, the line that goes backwards, and the forward line. Whether we ever have children or not, our essence is going to be woven into the generations to come by the contributions we make. And so we're just a part of a life stream, and we're basically orienting ourselves to these directions as part of the life stream that we are, to hold the container for the work that we're doing here today. So thank you so much for your willingness. I will say that as we go into this breath, it's probably it's high sensation. It's a high sensation experience. And unless you have some like serious heart murmur or some other thing that you know that doing intensive breath work is not good for, the invitation is to kind of surrender into the group rhythm and let yourself feel out of control a little bit. Let the disorientation actually happen, because it's a safe place for you to feel disoriented and to sort of lose your shit a little bit. And it should be a powerful experience for all of us. So let's just take one more breath in our own sort of way with our own breath rhythm. Find yourself in a solid place. Spine erect, not leaning back. Feet on the floor if that's how you sit. Feet in, some kind of lotus if that's how you like. And let's exhale all of our air and just collapse ourselves forward. And in. Out. You can squeeze the mula bandha on the inhale. Release it on the exhale. You can make noise on the exhale if you like. Full deep breaths. Stretching the lungs. Yes to more life. Yes to the breath. Let it be messy. Let the snot come. Four more breaths. Last breath, deepest breath, hold it into the top. Let the body shake, let it all out and hold it out. Let all the breath out, release everything and hold it out. Soft belly, long spine. Hold. Hold. Big breath in. Squeeze the mulabund. Squeeze the belly. Cover the eyes. Hold. And pierce the veil. As we rest together in the undifferentiated unity of our being, one, We call upon and invoke and celebrate the presence of our Divine Mother, Mahagaya, essence of the Divine Feminine, compassion, generosity, fertility, creativity, flow, the waters of life. Thank you, Divine Mother, for your exquisite presence in our lives. Thank you for guiding and watching over us in this way. We breathe in and we invoke and celebrate the presence of our Heavenly Father, Divine Masculine, truth, clarity, illumination, protectorship, guidance, navigation, clear seeing, the intelligence which underlies all fractal forms of life as one. Mahalo. Aloha. We thank you. We love you. Divine Masculine presence. We call upon and invoke the presence of all of our Aumakua, our guides, our seen and unseen family of light, always guiding us, speaking to us, guiding our intuition, communicating with us through the breeze, through the presence of the birds, through the whispers of the leaves, through the way the soil presses itself against our feet. Thank you, ascended and descended masters, bodhisattvas named and unnamed, beings whose frequencies irradiate this world with love, truth, beauty, harmony, peace, generativity. Thank you for coming to support our hearts, our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. Over our right shoulder, we see our Father, and over his shoulders, we see his father and mother, and all of our kupuna, stretching back into the mystery of the beginning. Over our left shoulder, we see our mother, and her mother and father, and all of the countless human and non-human beings who are our ancestors, who have lived and loved and died and left a legacy that is us. Mahalo kupuna, thank you so much for all that you have prepared for us, all of your prayers, all of your hopes and dreams, all of your pain, all that you endured and persevered through in order that we may live. And thank you for entrusting to us the sacred wounds and the trauma which you yourselves could not transmute in your own lifetimes, that we may unlock the precious gifts hidden away in our pain. Thank you for entrusting to us the world which we prepare for the ones to come. And before us, our children, and our children's children, and the children of our friends' children, all the children, the keiki who we touch, all the generations to come, the great wave that continues onward from us into a future. Thank you, kupuna, to come. Thank you for your forgiveness. Thank you for your mercy and your grace, and for the whispered messages from the future now, which you are calling us towards with your love. Oh, in this sacred presence we gather ourselves to remember our divine sovereignty, to remember who dwells at the center of the kingdom, to remember our majesty, and to remember our sacred yes and our holy no, and to become exquisite stewards of our yes and our no. Thank you for your guidance and support. Thank you for your compassion as we endeavor to review and be honest with ourselves about the ways in which we have surrendered our agency, ways in which we have outsourced our power and given away our most precious mana to people, to places, to situations and entities which are no longer in alignment with our deepest truth. We come here to recall and reclaim every molecule of our sovereign truth, that we may be of more exquisite service to the current of life and to the generations to come, and to the healing of our Mother Earth and the awakening of a new species of humanity which is loving, generous, collaborative, creative, playful, sensuous, and divinely inspired. Mahalo. Aloha. Thank you, my brothers, for gathering for this sacred purpose and for aligning your hearts and minds with this prayer. May all beings be blessed in this way through our humble work today.